Hey guys, welcome back. I have more thoughts and new equipment. Today I want to explore thoughts on those who reconcile God and science. Just so we're 100% clear, I am not here to deny the possibility of God coinciding with science. By some definitions of God, that is completely possible, and I'm not here to argue that point. And I, of course, am in no way saying that religious or faithful people cannot be smart, intelligent, scientific. In fact, I'm very aware of the fact that a lot of science has come from people who want to get to know more of how their God works. My contention and concern is for those who don't have any interest in further exploring their explanations for the different phenomenon they see around them, and they just are satisfied with incorporating science as part of their faith and explaining that God did it. First of all, we owe a lot to all the scientifically minded people of history, religious and non-religious. For if they never bothered to look into topics like thunder, rainbow, creation, space, illness, we wouldn't have the knowledge that we have today. We would still be clinging to our local myths. So often, those scientific discoveries do not match the explanations given by the religious texts. Meteorology does not line up with the explanations from those that would promote Zeus or Thor. The field of biology does not line up with the explanations given by the Bible of Adam and Eve and Noah's Ark. Most God concepts like these include attributes of omniscience as well as a desire for worship. And gods like these would seem to want to put accurate information in their religions and their texts as signs of their omniscience. Since that's not what we find, what we're left with is the decision of how we determine reality. We can employ the scientific method. We can hold on to the text of what we believe to be the Word of God, or somehow we're left with a third option of finding a way for them both to be correct. So far, the way to do this seems to be redefining terms and interpreting different passages and making distinctions between literal truth and allegorical stories. Again, personally, I don't understand the need for that kind of thinking. There is either an omniscient God that wants to be worshipped, that would give us the evidence needed to encourage us to do so, or there is no God, or there is a God that isn't as we have been told they are. However, obviously there are people that disagree with me and find truth and value in both mindsets. This tells me that they would not want to forego the benefits of scientific thinking. My contention is that if you are going to reap the benefits of scientific thinking, then there ought to be a respect for the values and process of science. Science, at its core, is curiosity and the suspension of faith. Often when talking with people of faith, I am constantly presented with thoughts of the fact that God and science can coincide. They do not have to be in conflict. Again, I acknowledge that. It is possible. However, usually when pursuing that line of thought, it seems to end in reason you should do so is faith. And that is in direct contradiction and in some ways disrespectful to the spirit of science in which we are asking these questions. Another way of looking at this is we are not asking all these questions just to make you look bad because you don't know or you might be wrong. In fact, we are asking these questions because if we are wrong, we want to know, and we want to know why. We would almost certainly want to know more about what God is like, how they do things. The amount of information available with that knowledge would be astronomically exciting. And it's confusing to me personally how that is not the thought process of someone that believes on faith. Why wouldn't you want to know more? Why would that be the end of discussion? When the conversation is ended in, well, you have to take it on faith, basically we are denied any more information that you may have that could be valuable to us. If God exists, we want to know. We just don't want to falsely convince ourselves that he does. Of course, everyone is absolutely entitled to their opinions and their beliefs, and no one should be treated better or worse for agreeing or disagreeing. But I thought that maybe my thoughts would be interesting or helpful, or maybe some of you can answer some of my questions. So, thanks for watching, and until next time.